Hi, I'm Dave Annell. Welcome to episode 21 of Setting the Record Straight. The government has published a consultation paper about the future storage of and access to historic wills, by which they mean those wills held by HMCTS under the terms of the Court of Probate Act of 1857, which set up the current civil probate system. The paper sets out the government's proposals to introduce a system for preserving will documents in digital format as opposed to the current system of keeping all the original paper documents submitted in applications for probate. I've got a few issues with it. The press release is headed "Easier Access to Historic Wills Under New Government Plans," and goes on to say, genealogists, historians and amateur family archivists will be better able to access historic wills under proposals published today, 15th of December 2023. Now, clearly, better access is a good thing, but I'm a bit concerned that despite this promising opening to the press release, genealogists or family historians are not mentioned in the paper itself, not once. There's a long list of organisations to which copies of the consultation paper are being sent, including the Law Society, the Bar Council, the Association of Certified Chartered Accountants, the Family Law Bar Association, and several other austere groups of people related to the legal profession. There's also the Archives and Records Association, the British Records Association, the British Association for Local History, the National Archives, and the Royal Historical Society. So the historical side of things is certainly covered here, but they do specify that the list is not exhaustive. But if they're really doing this for the benefit of genealogists, why are the Society of Genealogists or the Federation of Family History Societies not on the list? The major idea behind all of this is to shift from a paper storage system to a digital one. And of course, the prime mover is the cost. It apparently costs £4.5 million a year to store the existing documents. So the proposal is to digitise everything, which I guess is the bit where genealogists are likely to benefit, and once it's all digitised, to destroy the originals. Well, for the moment, I'm going to set aside the question of how the records are going to be digitised, who's going to oversee it, how the records will be accessed in the future, and just raise a really important point. To my mind, the biggest issue here. There's a real danger in destroying historic documents. Can the people who are doing the digitisation guarantee that 100% of the documents will be digitised and that 100% of the digitised documents will be as legible as they currently are in paper format? I really don't think that they can. It's all too easy to turn over 2 pages in a register, to accidentally miss out a batch of documents, to simply forget to turn over a page and to copy the reverse of it. And if they can't guarantee this, then there's a real danger that they will destroy irreplaceable documents. And once they're destroyed, that's it. They're gone forever. There's also the question of what future advances in technology might allow us to do with original documents that were handled by our ancestors. After all, 50 years ago, the way that we now routinely use DNA in our family history research would have been unimaginable. Perhaps there's something in the ink or in the paper that could make a huge difference to future scientists. We just don't know. Just one more point I'd like to make. The consultation paper suggests that wills of famous people might be preserved. Well, we went down this road in the 1960s when a huge collection of files relating to the payment of death duties was destroyed, and the decision was made then to preserve those of famous people. And while there are some very interesting people in there, Jane Austen, Charles Dickens, Florence Nightingale, etc., the vast majority of the files that have been selected for retention are those relating to the nobility and the gentry. It's all part of an attitude towards history that I really thought we'd done away with, the idea that these lives are in some way more important than the lives of a shopkeeper in Willesden or a farmer in Somerset. I'd just like to thank Professor Tory King for bringing this to my attention today and for helping me out on a couple of points. I've got a lot more to say about the whole issue, but that will have to do for now. Meanwhile, I'll put a link to the consultation paper in the comments, and I would encourage as many of you as possible to reject any thought of wholesale destruction of these documents. I'll be back with another episode of Setting the Record Straight soon.